So here we are. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. If you like This Is Truly News, hit the like button. Over and over. That doesn't work though, does it?
No, it doesn't, because it just turns it on and off.
Get about 3 dozen different identity things and
do that.
Like us a bunch. But if you would, like, follow, and subscribe, that'd be great. Or is it follow, subscribe, like, and follow? What's the line again?
Like,
do all 3 of those things.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Sure. Like, subscribe, and follow us, because it makes it wonderful, and soon we'll be able to make millions of dollars from this. So far, we can buy a pack of gum. Where was I?
No, I used it to pay for something. I'm telling you right now.
Rat. So, like, subscribe, and follow. Paul Harvey would. If he were alive.
Yeah.
And if you have a question, comment, conundrum, or snark, you can leave it right where you found us. Front gutter, outside Bodros. Or you can send us an email. I can't do it. Or you can send us an email at titr@netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
From thenationaldesk.com.
I have just 2 words before we start.
Oh, go ahead.
Paul Harvey.
Good day.
Carry on.
Dateline, Harrison, Tennessee. A woman from Harrison, Tennessee faces attempted second-degree murder charges after police say she repeatedly hit her boyfriend over the head with a hammer.
Well,
that'd do it.
That would do it.
Police arrested 57...
Unless you're in some TV shows where people get smacked upside the head with a hammer, fly halfway across the room, roll over twice, shake their head, and they're fine.
Yeah, that's the way I used to do it.
That explains a lot.
Police arrested 57-year-old Pamela Lewis Ward the other day. An affidavit obtained says the incident happened in the early morning hours at the home on Hooper Hollow Road. Where is it?
This isn't the Pam Lewis we know, is it? It's not anywhere.
No, it's not that Pam Lewis.
Oh, thank God.
It's Harrison, Tennessee. So Hooper Hollow Road makes no sense. Given the location, shouldn't it be Hooper Hollow Road?
It is to the locals.
Okay. The victim later told authorities in the hospital that he and Ward had been having a disagreement because she had wanted to go camping on her birthday that week. She was also upset because she did not have a phone. Man told police Ward was sleeping on the couch, but then entered the bedroom and laid down next to him. The report says...
With a freaking hammer?
Wait for it.
Oh, boy.
Ward then started complaining about a phone and then began to strike his phone with the hammer.
So what, he put his head in the way?
Yeah. Victim says he tried to grab the phone from Ward, who began to strike him multiple times about the head, face, and body with the hammer. At one point, the report says the victim asked Ward, "Are you trying to kill me?" However, the report says the victim did not remember how she answered. At some point, Ward walked away from the home. Victim also said he didn't get his hammer back. Police have charged Ward with the aforementioned second-degree murder. Attempted second-degree murder.
We are a weird species, man.
Ooh, picking up on the Harris campaign.
For one.
Weird. Everything's weird.
They're weird. No. Who the hell brings a hammer with them to bed?
Well, my wife, for one.
Thor and Anne, that would make sense.
I like that.
Yeah, but she's just trying to keep you away from her.
She's also trying to stop the snoring.
So you like chicken? Said help. And if it does, don't tell Robin.
Yeah.
If you like chicken wings, have I got a story for you? Because
you have a chicken wing story.
Those tasty little rat suckers are at the center of a bizarre fraud case that did not happen in Minnesota, and I'm a little bit upset.
Hang on, just 1 second. 1 second. We're having wings for dinner. What do I need to know?
Nothing.
You sure?
You're fine. This was Vera Liddell, an ex-employee at an Illinois school district.
I don't know. Chicago's kind of a hub.
It is.
And so
you live in Illinois and Minnesota, you can have two.
Godfather.
you'd have like two separate households paid for by two separate state governments. She is an ex-employee at an Illinois school district. She pled guilty to, is it pled or pleaded?
You can do either.
I like pled.
Okay.
For defrauding her former employee, because during her time on the job, the 66-year-old managed to steal $1.5 million worth of chicken wings.
The hell you say? What are you going to do with that many
I just don't
wings?
lie about, and food would be all of them.
Well, that's also true.
Obviously abusing her position in the school district's food service, Liddell ordered thousands of chicken wing cases, and it was time to pay the bill. She charged the school for the purchases. Well, okay, hang on. Just so you know, she's not a newbie. She'd been working for the school district for 10 years, became sooner or later the school district's food purchaser.
Mm-hmm.
But her nasty little plot was finally discovered, not due to an in-depth police investigation or anything else like that, though. No
she got
fun.
greedy?
No Elliot Ness. She had a case of I'm a stupid criminal.
Oh, we've got a few of those.
And made zero effort to cover her tracks. And the chicken wing orders showed up real big, I'll bet, during a standard financial audit. She's now been sentenced to 9 years in prison. The biggest question, of course, is what happened to the wings?
Yep.
No one knows. They're blaming the whole thing on COVID.
What?
Think of it now. COVID-19 pandemic came along.
And not global climate change?
No. This is the COVID-19 because no kids in school, but it turned into an opportunity. Or would it be temptation? Maybe they just spelled temptation wrong and put in opportunity.
Temptunity.
According to a court document, the massive fraud began at the height of COVID when students weren't allowed to be physically present in school. However, the Harvey School District, I suppose it's named after Paul, was still feeding them. They would provide meals that the kids' families could pick up if they needed them.
Oh.
Noble. Reasonably noble.
Yeah, that is.
Spending my money. So Liddell had
things for free.
Yeah, it's always for free.
Republican,
my money.
Conservative poopheads.
Sure, they're the ones who always give stuff away. So Liddell had to keep ordering more food because obviously they were making these lunches available, and she started ordering things she wasn't supposed to. And we're off to chicken wings.
And they don't know where they are.
No, she kept the wings for herself. The bill went to the school district.
Oh.
And apparently it had to go for a minute or two, don't you think? $1.5 million worth of chicken wings?
Good Lord.
I mean, even in a Biden economy, that's a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she didn't think to or was just unable to provide an alibi for the chicken wing orders.
That was a typo.
One other tiny little problem. She apparently had just a smidge of a problem staying on the budget.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The audit discovered the school district had ordered lots and lots of chicken wings, which raised some eyebrows. And the district doesn't serve chicken wings because they have bones in them. And that, they say, is just a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Could have raised some hopes, too, because I would have killed for chicken wings at lunch in school.
Yep. So the question still remains. What in the world happened with the wings? She wouldn't tell. So did she sell them?
Yeah,
she couldn't have eaten all of them, could she? I mean, $1.5 million. How many cases? That's a lot of chicken wings. I don't care how much you love something. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. That's not going to work.
Give me $1.5 million worth of chocolate. I'll be able to eat it, but not in the 2-year span we're talking here. Where are the wings? The public demands to know.
The Ukrainian military is dropping motivational leaflets on Kursk.
Okay.
There's one of them. Message on the leaflet reportedly translates to, "The wife of your brigade commander is waiting for you in the banya." Now, while baño is bathroom in Spanish, banya is a traditional Russian steam sauna. And the message is accompanied by a picture of an extremely naked woman. The odd message could be implying that as ordinary soldiers are dying for Putin, commanders and their families are enjoying themselves away from the front line. In the banyo. Banya.
Sure.
Another featuring a Russian soldier whose sandwiches hit the floor says, "Soldier of the 25th Brigade. Choose life. Surrender." The leaflets also give instructions on how to surrender, as well as details in an attempt to make further advances into the region. Now, Andrei Yusov says the Choose Life campaign is working. The number of people willing to surrender has increased. Some of them have immediately expressed their desire not to be exchanged or even to join the security and defense forces of Ukraine. I think a few of them have said, is this gal single? Ukraine has also offered rewards to...
Yes, because that would be the takeaway.
Ukraine has offered rewards to soldiers willing to defect from Russia in an effort to counter the country's advances in the ongoing war. Last year, a Russian soldier piloting an Mi-8 helicopter was rewarded $500,000 after changing sides and handing over a helicopter loaded with spare parts for Russian jet fighters. I'm digging it.
I miss the days of good propaganda.
That's good propaganda.
Yeah.
Almost makes me want to sign up with a Russian unit. But I hear those pictures are easier to come by on the interwebs.
Internet, yeah. And you wouldn't have that as a Russian soldier.
No, probably no.
And besides, you just end up as some other Russian's friend. Great and
wow,
good.
These Russians are friendly.
Sure.
Eek, I've been geased.
Oh, heavens.
Do you have one more, or are we just going to wait forever?
I don't want to play anymore.
You read your darn story. We have to do 4.
Officials
we just learned to count to 4 recently.
And not consistently.
Yeah, right.
Officials at the U.S. Military Academy, where?
Lake Erie, Pennsylvania.
At West Point, you bozo.
Oh, all right, whatever.
Last summer, they hyped an event that Geraldo Rivera would have been proud of, the opening of a time capsule from the 1820s.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
The Washington Post reported the box was installed at the base of a monument to a Polish military engineer who had aided the U.S. during the Revolutionary War. But when archaeologist Paul Hudson, do you remember the Hudson Brothers TV show?
Barely. It was on for what, 10 seconds?
It was on for like 2 summers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now that we're in our middle 60s, heading toward our upper 60s.
If you've ever seen the Hudson Brothers TV show,
10 minutes.
The thought that archaeologist Paul Hudson could somehow be related to them frightens you. But when Paul Hudson lifted the lid, Chucky Margolis came out and said... Anyway, his hopes were flying high until he opened that lid. And then, as Kansas would say, the hopes dissipated like dust in the wind.
Ooh, well done.
Whoever the hell wrote this, working way too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Said Hudson, the box did not quite meet expectations, which I believe is what Geraldo would have said if he would have been honest.
Now you gotta give background on that story because
there was a big
2
hype.
months.
Yeah, there was this big hype. They're going to open a safe, right?
And it was who's safe? Capone's safe in St. Paul, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to have. It was St. Paul.
Was it St. Paul or Chicago?
It was someplace where Capone would have gone. St. Paul was like the summer playland of the Chicago mob elite.
Yeah.
So it was someplace like that. I think you may have been right. It may have been St. Paul. Could have been Chicago. Could have, who knows?
Coudray.
But when they finally opened that rascal up, you know what was in there?
Exactly nothing.
Well, no, there were cobwebs and dust.
Some dust.
Yeah.
And after this huge buildup, months of
we were expecting, was there going to be money? Would there be, proof of all the murders, the disgustingness, the blah. Maybe the hooker that gave him syphilis. We don't know. So Hudson opens it up, and no, it didn't quite meet expectations because he found inside the box See, now this is where we cut away for commercial.
Oh, okay.
And because that would build up the tension.
Oh, okay.
I'll do
the commercial. I'll do the commercial. Okay. I'll do the promo before they get back to the show. Make sure to check out Geraldo Rivera's opening of his daughter's piggy bank coming up next.
That would also probably be disappointing because kids are pretty bright. You'll remember we were at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point waiting for the opening of an 1820 or 28, somewhere in there, time capsule with archaeologist Paul Hudson, who has just opened the lid.
Looked in and a light shone in his eyes.
Found, hang on, this is a dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Silt. You know what silt is?
It's dust from a river.
Yeah. Upon further examination, Hudson did uncover a small and rather puzzling treasure. There were, ready? Got your pen? 6 American coins dated between 1795 and 1828, and 1 Erie Canal commemorative medal, which looked to have crocodile teeth bites. Was it alligator?
That's a callback.
All the way to Saturday. When I first found
Saturday before that, I think.
Really?
Maybe.
Wow. When I first found these, said Hudson, I thought it would have been great to have found these on stage because he's an archaeologist and has no showbiz sense.
Right. He's a maroon.
So Hudson said he'd analyze the remaining sediment to find out whether other items inside had been destroyed by the silt. So I went snooping because this was a year ago.
Okay. And?
No follow-up anywhere that I could find.
That's crazy.
And I snooped. It's like, no, there's got to be... Come on, you don't just put 6 American coins and an Erie Canal commemorative medal. At least put the alligator in there with it.
Yeah, get that done. Man, that alligator's old.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.